It started with a phone call I never made. Then the police showed up at my door. And by the time I realized what was happening, my job, my friends, and my reputation were already gone. I'm about to tell you how one anonymous hacker, armed with nothing but my phone number, destroyed everything I built. This is not a cautionary tale. This is a tech nightmare that could happen to you. So listen carefully. You might be next. Before we start, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with someone who still thinks spoofing is harmless. Trust me, they need to hear this. It was a Tuesday morning. Coffee in hand, I was prepping for my morning meeting when my phone buzzed. Hey man, why'd you call me at 3 a.m.? And why were you yelling? I stared at the screen. It was my college roommate Mike. I hadn't called him. I think you dialed the wrong number, I said. No, he replied. You left a voicemail. You were screaming something about a bomb. My heart skipped. This had to be a prank. But then I got a second call, then a third, all from different people, all saying I'd called them at weird hours, saying disturbing things. My call log? Empty. And then the cops arrived. 3 uniformed officers. One held a file. One kept a hand on his belt. Are you Jonathan Miller? The lead officer asked. Yes. What is this about? They said someone had reported me for threats. Bomb threats. Harassment. Voicemails. I showed them my call log. Nothing. We've had 9 complaints tied to your number in the past 24 hours, the officer said. We need to take your phone. I handed it over, still confused. Was my number hacked? Was this identity theft or something else? As they left, my neighbor watched through her window, caught her eye. She quickly closed the blinds. Ever heard of spoofing? Spoofing is when someone uses technology to make it look like a call or text is coming from your number, even though it's not. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's nearly impossible to trace. You can download apps, use websites, or even pay shady hackers to do it for you. In my case, someone was using my number to send out disturbing messages. Voicemails that sounded like I'd lost my mind. The result? 9 complaints, 1 police investigation, and a life about to unravel. Imagine waking up and being accused of a crime because your phone number says you did it. That's spoofing, and it's legal gray area. The investigation made it to my workplace. HR asked me to take a temporary leave. I was put on unpaid leave. My face showed up in local news headlines. Tech professional linked to threatening voicemails. Friends stopped replying. My girlfriend said she needed space. Nobody believed I didn't do it, because in the eyes of the world, the number was mine. I was isolated, humiliated. What would you do if someone used your identity to spread hate? Would your friends believe you? Would your boss? Tell me in the comments below. I was about to find out how deep the rabbit hole went. I had to fight back. I hired a digital forensics expert. Cost me $2,000 up front. He traced the spoofed calls to a burner VoIP service. The trail stopped there, but we found something else. The calls were being triggered by a bot, set to dial people from a contact list, which meant someone had access to my cloud account. Someone had gotten into my synced contacts. Someone was watching me. We pulled access logs. One login stood out from a Russian IP address. I don't know anyone in Russia. Was I a random target or something more? Then came the email. This is just the beginning. Next time, I ruin your credit score. No signature, no IP trace, just a message designed to terrorize me. And it worked. I changed passwords, froze my credit, locked every account I had. I was living in a digital prison where every ping felt like a threat. Every call from a new number made my chest tighten. Every email felt like a potential bomb. Was this personal? Revenge? A game? I had no enemies, no debts, no criminal record. So why me? Even after the police cleared me, the damage lingered. Screenshots of the news stories were archived. My name was blacklisted in forums. I applied to jobs. No callbacks. One company HR rep finally admitted it. We Googled you. We saw the articles. It's just risky. How do you prove you're innocent when the internet has already made up its mind? My LinkedIn messages dried up. I lost over 200 connections in 1 week. My landlord called. We've had complaints. You need to move out. Took over a year to feel normal again. I changed numbers, moved cities, switched industries. Therapy helped. Time helped more. But that fear, that someone out there still has my info, that never leaves. I don't use the cloud anymore. I don't sync contacts. I don't answer unknown numbers. I'm a ghost because the real me was nearly destroyed. Have you ever Googled yourself? What came up? Now imagine if it was all lies. Would anyone give you a second chance? Comment below. If you think spoofing can't hurt you, think again. Here's what I've learned. Lock your cloud accounts. Use multi-factor authentication. Monitor your credit and digital footprint. Never reuse passwords. Report suspicious calls to the FCC. Set up Google alerts for your name. Use apps like Truecaller or Hiya to flag spoof calls. And most importantly, don't wait until it happens to you. Because I waited, and it nearly cost me my life. 6 months later, I got another email. We went to high school together. You humiliated me. This is payback. A name I barely remembered. I had no idea I'd hurt him. But clearly, he'd never forgotten. It wasn't random. It was revenge. He'd watched my career, followed my updates. And when the tech existed to ruin me, he used it. Is digital revenge ever justified? If someone wronged you in the past, would you do something like this? Tell me in the comments. If this story opened your eyes, hit that like button. Share this video to protect someone else. And subscribe for more true tech horror stories. This is Jonathan, signing off. Stay safe. Stay aware.